What's going on, too, fam? How y'all feeling out there? Y'all feeling good? That's what I'm talking about. I'm over here at the Food Line out here in Ellery, South Carolina. Wonderful day. You know what I'm saying? It's been like 80 degrees the last 3 days. So that global warming seems pretty real. But as a trucker, listen, we'll take it. We'll enjoy it, right? But I want to tap in with y'all real quick. Been having a lot of questions. People have been asking, what's better for me? Leasing or, owning, right? Meaning, financial, right? Going to the dealer. And to be honest with you, it's solely based on you. It's solely based on, your credit score. If you have a solid, good credit score, I'd say at least 680 or more. The best thing I would normally suggest is to go to a dealer. That's always the best route. Put money down, find you a truck, hire you a maintenance guy to come look at the truck with you. And if you take those steps, I would personally say financing is better, right? Now, let's get on. Let me talk to the majority of the people, right? Because, when you go to, freecreditscore.com or karma.com, it shows you the percentages of people that have bad credit. And the percentages of people that have bad credit is well over 70%. So that's the majority of Americans, right? The top 20%, they're, between 680 and more. So I want to talk to the majority of the people who has, less than average credit score, just all jacked up 500, 580 or all less, right? The best thing you should do is go get your CDL. See, at the end of the day, you can still achieve what you want to do. You don't let nothing stop you. I understand people have, situations where it's hard for them to work on their credit, right? Whether it's bills, whether they're in debt, student loans, and it's just tough. But at the same time, you want to be able to make you some money to at least help out with your bills, help out with your debt, right? So how can you still achieve that, right? And this is where I say go get your CDL. KLLM office training, depending on your area, whether you're in Texas, I believe Georgia, I believe like the Midwest, Chicago, Illinois, and I believe we're hiring out there in, I want to say Arizona, but it's very, very small. But don't quote me on that. Just do your own research because we change all the time in our hiring areas. But you can go on and get your CDL, right? And once you go get your CDL, then you can start that process. Meaning, once you get your CDL, you drive for KLM or for any other company, right? For like, a year or whatever their contract is. Some of their contracts are 8 months. Some contracts are a year. It just depends on the company that you go ahead and get your CDL through. Make sure you read that. You don't want to be stuck with somebody for 2 years. That don't make no sense. Even though you'll still be getting paid to help out with that debt, so you can, eventually go get you a truck. But what I suggest is you work for that year, read the details, work for that year. And what you want to do is, after you knock out that year, then you want to go into leasing. Go into it immediately. Don't make the mistake I made, okay? I'm not afraid to say that. The mistake I made as a driver was I stayed around for a company for almost 3 years. And I'll tell you why. Not only I got a little pay increase, I also didn't have that much debt, because I didn't go to college, so I didn't have student loan debt. The majority of my debt was collections that I had off my cell phone bill, obviously when I was in and out of jobs before I started driving, before I got my CDL, when I was working in construction. So I kind of got behind on my bills. So my situation was a lot difficult, and a lot of people can probably relate to that. But other than that, so I stayed around with that company for too long. I wish I would have been able to, right after that year, jump immediately into leasing and start paying that truck off. And the reason why I say leasing, because a lot of companies, they just go off experience. They don't go off a credit report. If you have a good experience, a clean driving record, they could put you in a truck. Now you're in that truck. Now you're working towards paying that truck off. Some companies give you a choice. They give you an option. Either you drive for 2 or 3 years, you can go to the bank, get the loan, right? After you get the loan, you can pay, call the company that you're leasing to, pay off the truck, and now instead of paying the company, you're paying your bank, which is building your credit up. Now, once you done build your credit up, right? Here's the only thing too, though. Here's the only catch with that. You can't walk away. Once the bank pays the loan, you cannot walk away. Now you're obligated to that bank, right? But fine, that's okay, because at least you're building your credit up. I suggest go on and pay the truck off. Go pay the truck off. You know, they might give you like a 3 or 4 year, term on paying on it. Go and knock that out. You know what I'm saying? Don't think about walking away and all of this stuff. Just go on and knock it out, pay it off, and then you can go do your own thing. You know, put money down on the trailer. You know, go start up your LLC. Go get your DOT number. And, you know, and if that's the route you want to take, you can do that, and you'll have a paid off truck, no more note. So all the money that you have, I'd say at least take out, 11. I charge by the mile. So what I do is I take out 11 cents, depends, sometimes 11 cents to 15 cents a mile that comes out of my account. So basically, if I drove 3,000 miles at 0.11 cents, that's what, $330. So $330 a week. If I did 3,000 miles, I take that out, and that $330 a week, it gets tucked aside in an escrow account, and that basically will cover me for anything that goes wrong as I go along on the road, as I go through this journey, and things start to pop up. I got a maintenance account for that, right? So that's where that's beneficial at. You see what I'm saying? So yes. So to answer the question, leasing or financing, it all depends on your situation. I personally recommend, if your credit's messed up, yes, here's an option. You can, start working on your credit score. That is a choice, but let's be real. A lot of Americans, it's hard to do that because you don't have the funds to do it. You're not making enough money working at the job you're working. And one thing about having a CDL, it automatically will start giving you good money, a lot more money than the job that you're probably currently working at. But if the job you're currently working at is paying you good money, then work on your credit score. You know what I'm saying? Get your credit up good. Save up some down payment. Then go to the dealer, buy the truck. But if you're in that situation where you're only taking home $1,000 a week, but monthly your bills is $2,800, right? If you're bringing home $1,000 a week, $4,000 a month, and your bills is $3,000 a month, you only got $1,000 at the end of the month to play with. It could be tight, especially when you want to save for emergency funds. You want to have an account for investing, this, that, and a third. It'd be hard on you, right? I get it. So my suggestion is, go get your CDL. It's free training everywhere. Just go Google it. It's free training everywhere. And it's paid training too. If you want to save your money, you have to go pay for training. You can do that as well. But if you want to be able to just drop right into it, low risk, right? Little to no risk. The only risk you're doing is your time. So if you can make time to go get your CDL, listen, you'll be on your journey to owning your truck, becoming an owner-operator, starting a fleet if you want to, all less than 2 years. You hear that? 2 years, guys, okay? But just want to tap in with y'all, give y'all that insight. That was a good question. Hey, like, comment, subscribe, leave a view, leave a comment if you have any questions about anything. Holler at your boy, okay? Peace.